A Monroe County family is taking one of the big three automakers to court.
They say there are numerous problems with their new SUV.
When you buy a car, you expect the engine to last, not to blow up at 20,000 miles. But some engines, they're disasters waiting to happen. We're talking catastrophic failures, oil guzzlers, and design flaws so bad they've bankrupted owners. Number 2 on this list, total engine failure before it was even broken in. Today, we're counting down the 10 most unreliable engines, the ones that could drain your wallet, wreck your ride, and leave you stranded. Shopping for a used car? Already own one? This could save you thousands. Let's dive in from bad to absolute worst. Number 10, Fiat Chrysler 2.4-liter Tiger Shark engine. The 2.4-liter Tiger Shark Multi-Air 2 showed up in 2013, powering vehicles like the Jeep Cherokee, Renegade, Dodge Dart, and Chrysler 200. FCA marketed it as a fuel-efficient modern engine with impressive technology. What they didn't mention, it would eventually land them in an $8 million class action lawsuit. The problem is simple but infuriating. This engine consumes oil at an alarming rate. Owners consistently report burning through 1 full quart of oil every 1,000 miles. But the real nightmare scenario happens on the highway. The engine holds 5.5 quarts of oil, but when it drops below 3.5 quarts, the engine decides it's had enough and simply shuts off. No warning, no gradual loss of power, just sudden engine failure while you're surrounded by traffic doing 70 miles per hour. And that oil warning light everyone relies on, it only illuminates after the engine has already quit. The root cause traces back to defective piston rings that can't maintain a proper seal, allowing oil to slip into the combustion chamber where it burns away. Repairs typically run between $3,000 and $6,000, and problems usually surface somewhere between 30,000 and 70,000 miles, often right after your warranty expires. How convenient. Number 9, Kia 2-liter new MPI 4-cylinder engine. The 2-liter new MPI engine, found in 2020 to 2021 Kia Souls and Seltos models, proved that history has a nasty habit of repeating itself. Kia recalled 147,000 vehicles because of faulty piston rings. Yes, piston rings again, that could lead to engine fires. Let that sink in for a moment. Not just engine failure, but actual fires. Owners started noticing excessive oil consumption on vehicles with barely 30,000 miles on the odometer. Some reported pulling the dipstick to find it completely dry with no warning lights to alert them of the impending disaster. The engine would then stall, seize up, or in the worst cases, catch fire. The repair, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, assuming you catch it before catastrophic failure. Kia extended the warranty to 15 years and 150,000 miles for some owners, but if you bought one of these used without that coverage, you're playing Russian roulette every time you turn the key. Number 8, Range Rover Sport Supercharged V8. Nothing says luxury quite like a $33,000 repair bill on a used SUV you paid $20,000 for, right? Welcome to the world of the 2012 to 2014 Range Rover Sport Supercharged V8. This 5.0-liter supercharged beast produces impressive power and torque right up until the moment it doesn't. Owners have reported complete engine failures around 60,000 to 70,000 miles, with repair estimates that make grown adults cry. One unfortunate owner faced a $33,000 bill when their engine grenaded at just 61,000 miles. The timing chain is the main villain in this story. When it fails, it doesn't go quietly. The chain jumps timing, bends valves, destroys the supercharger, and takes out fuel injectors like dominoes. One owner reported needing 6 new fuel injectors, a new supercharger, and complete engine work all at once. Number 7, 2013 to 2016 Dodge Dart 1.4-liter 4 turbo. The Dodge Dart may have promised a sleek modern driving experience with its turbocharged 1.4-liter engine, but for many owners, it delivered something closer to a nightmare. The 2013 to 2016 models, especially the 2016 edition, earned themselves a reputation for being riddled with engine and transmission problems, some of which were downright dangerous. One of the most alarming issues: complete power loss while driving, with many owners reporting their Darts suddenly dying in the middle of the road, or worse, on the freeway. For most people, the engine quitting mid-commute is less of a thrill and more of a heart-stopping moment they could do without. A major contributor to these engine meltdowns: the Dart's bizarre obsession with oil, or rather, its inability to keep it. This car burned through oil like it was trying to set a record, with some owners claiming their oil levels went from full to empty in just 30 days. Imagine pulling out of the garage with a full tank of oil only to realize a month later that your engine is parched again. Forget the manufacturer's recommended 6 to 12 months between oil changes. This Dart made it feel like oil changes were a monthly subscription service you didn't sign up for. Number 6. GM 3.6 LLFX V6. GM's 3.6-liter LFX V6 engine is everywhere. Cadillac CTS and STS sedans, Chevy Traverse, GMC Acadia, Buick Enclave, Cadillac DeVille, even Pontiac Bonneville's got this engine. When it runs properly, it's actually a decent power plant. The problem? It doesn't run properly for long. The timing chain system is the Achilles heel. This engine uses variable valve timing, which means the timing chains need to stay tight and well lubricated for proper operation. Unfortunately, lubrication issues cause the chains to stretch, generating metal debris that contaminates the entire engine. Owners first notice a check engine light, followed by an ominous rattle at idle. If you ignore these warnings, engine misfires develop and metal shavings appear in the oil. In extreme cases, complete engine failure occurs, resulting in a $7,000 replacement bill. Even catching it early still means a $1,800 to $3,000 timing chain replacement around 100,000 to 130,000 miles. Sure, 100K might seem like decent longevity, but this isn't normal wear and tear. It's a design flaw that GM never recalled. They simply kept selling millions of these engines, knowing full well they'd need expensive repairs right around 6 figures on the odometer. If you're getting any value from this video, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us continue creating content just for you. Number 5. BMW Mini 1.6-liter Turbo. The 2007 to 2015 Mini Cooper S looks adorable with its retro styling and go-kart handling, but under the hood lurks BMW Prince engine, the N14 1.6-liter turbo, and it's about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. The timing chain tensioner is criminally weak, failing prematurely and allowing the chain to slip. When that happens, valves meet pistons in ways engineers never intended, resulting in catastrophic engine damage. This can occur as early as 30,000 miles, though most failures happen between 50,000 and 80,000 miles. Direct injection causes severe carbon buildup on the intake valves, eventually requiring walnut blasting, a procedure where crushed walnut shells are literally blasted at the valves to clean them. This isn't a one-time fix either. It becomes necessary maintenance every 30,000 miles at $600 per session. The high-pressure fuel pump is another weak point, failing without warning and leaving you stranded. Turbocharger failures are common too, often requiring replacement at significant cost. Add it all up, and you're looking at $2,000 to $5,000 in repairs on an engine that BMW and PSA knew was problematic for 8 years before finally replacing it in 2015. If you spot a used Mini Cooper S from this generation, keep walking. The cute exterior isn't worth the mechanical nightmare underneath. Number 4. Audi's 2-liter TSI engine. Volkswagen and Audi's 2-liter TFSI and TSI engines, specifically the Generation 1 and early Generation 2, power some of the most popular German cars sold in America from 2008 to 2012. We're talking Audi A4, A5, Q5, and Volkswagen GTI, Jetta, and Tiguan. These were everywhere, and they all shared the same dirty secret: excessive oil consumption. The piston rings were improperly designed and wore prematurely, allowing oil to slip into the combustion chamber where it burned away. Owners reported consuming 1 quart of oil every 1,000 miles, sometimes more. That's not maintenance, that's a full-time job. VW and Audi fought the problem for years before finally settling a class action lawsuit. But their settlement terms were almost as frustrating as the engine itself. They offered extended warranties, but only if you documented oil consumption through regular dealer tests. Miss one appointment, no coverage for you. The timing chain tensioner also fails, as do the high-pressure fuel pumps. Carbon buildup clogs the intake valves, requiring expensive cleaning. PCV system failures are common too. Repairs typically run from $4,000 to $8,000 when the engine finally gives up, usually somewhere between 70 to 120,000 miles. Later EA888 engines fixed most of these problems, but if you're looking at a used German car from these years with this engine, walk away. Better yet, run. Number 3. GM's 6.2-liter V6 Ecotec 3. Everything we've discussed involves older engines, but this is happening right now. GM's L87 6.2-liter V8 Ecotec 3 is under federal investigation affecting nearly 900,000 trucks and SUVs. We're talking 2019 to 2024 Silverado 1500s, Sierra 1500s, Tahoes, Suburbans, Yukons, and Escalades. These are current vehicles, some still under warranty, experiencing catastrophic engine failures without warning. Manufacturing defects in crankshaft and connecting rod bearings cause sudden engine seizure. Picture this: you're cruising at 70 miles per hour in your $80,000 Escalade when the engine locks up. You lose power steering and brakes while coasting in traffic with minimal control. That's happening to real owners right now. NHTSA received 1,157 failure reports. Some engines failed at just 10,000 miles. Others made it to 70,000 before grenading. There's no pattern, no warning, just sudden catastrophic failure. GM's April 2025 recall covers some vehicles. Their fix: an oil change to thicker 0W40 oil and a software update. They're treating a manufacturing defect with a Band-Aid. But 173 failures occurred outside the recall window. 2019 and 2020 models are failing too, but aren't covered. If you own one, check for recalls immediately. Consider trading while it still runs. Repairs cost $8,000 to $15,000. Number 2. BMW N63 V8. BMW's N63 twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 debuted in 2009, powering the 7 Series, 5 Series, 6 Series, X5, and X6. With impressive power, it seemed like the ultimate luxury engine until the repair bills arrived. The N63 has so many problems that BMW forums have entire sections dedicated exclusively to this engine. Timing chain failures, valve stem seal leaks causing massive oil consumption, turbocharger failures, coolant leaks, carbon buildup. The list reads like a greatest hits of everything that can go wrong. But the real issue is the cost. Timing chain work runs $7,000 to $12,000. Valve stem seals cost another $5,000 to $8,000. Turbochargers fail at $3,000 each, and there are 2. Some owners are on their 2nd or 3rd complete engine replacement. You can buy a used X5 or 7 Series with this engine for $15,000 to $20,000, then spend $20,000 in repairs during your first year. It's like buying a mansion built on a sinkhole. Looks great until everything crumbles. BMW issued multiple recalls and service campaigns, but these don't fix the fundamental design flaws. It's not if this engine fails, but when and how much. Number 1. Hyundai Kia Theta 2. If you've been paying attention to automotive news, you saw this coming. The Hyundai Kia Theta 2 engine isn't just unreliable, it's dangerous. This 2.4-liter and 2-liter turbo powered millions of vehicles from 2011 to 2019. Hyundai Sonatas, Santa Fe's, Tucson's, Kia Optimas, Sorrentos, and Kia Sportages. It spawned federal investigations, criminal probes by the Department of Justice, class action lawsuits, and engine fires. Manufacturing defects left metal debris in oil passages. This debris starved connecting rod bearings of lubrication, causing bearing failure, engine seizure, and fires. These engines catch fire while parked in driveways, while driving, and some continue burning even after the engine seizes. Engines fail catastrophically around 80,000 to 100,000 miles, though many fail sooner. They develop a knock, consume excessive oil, then seize without warning at highway speeds. When your engine quits at 70 miles per hour, surrounded by traffic, you've gone from daily commute to life-threatening situation. NHTSA launched multiple investigations. Hyundai and Kia recalled millions of vehicles and paid hundreds of millions in fines. They extended warranties to 10 years, 100,000 miles, but only for original owners. Buy used and you're on your own. Repairs cost $6,000 to $12,000 or more. Hyundai and Kia knew about these defects for years before taking action. Owners paid the price with their wallets, their time, and in some cases, their safety. If you're driving an affected vehicle, check for recalls immediately. If shopping for a used Hyundai or Kia from 2011 to 2019, just don't. The risk isn't worth any savings. So there you have it, the 10 most unreliable engines that have given owners more nightmares than peace of mind. If you own one of these vehicles, stay on top of maintenance religiously, watch for warning signs, and check for open recalls. That's all for today. Did I miss any engines? Have you owned one of these nightmares? Drop your horror stories in the comments below, and if this video saved you from buying a money pit, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow.